What is reality? Is it the world we see, the thoughts we think, the emotions we feel? Or is it something deeper beyond perception, beyond the mind? Many spiritual traditions and esoteric teachings suggest that reality is not as fixed as we believe. Instead, it is subjective, shaped by our consciousness, beliefs, and awareness. In modern thought, we often hear, perception is reality. But if reality is merely perception, does that mean there is no objective truth? Esoteric wisdom tells us that while reality may appear subjective, deeper universal truths remain unchanging, infallible truths. Let's dive deeper into this discussion to learn together. The nature of infallible truth and infallible truth transcends personal belief and remains constant regardless of human interpretation. It is the foundation upon which subjective illusion plays out. Take consciousness before thoughts arise. Before perception is filtered through the mind, there is simply awareness. This awareness is not subjective. It is the same presence that flows through all beings. It is the eternal witness, the observer beyond time. Eckhart Tolle, in The Power of Presence, Eckhart Tolle describes presence as a state of pure being beyond thought, beyond ego. Our suffering arises from identifying with the mind's interpretation of reality, rather than reality itself. The mind constantly creates narratives, labeling experiences as good or bad, but these labels are mental projections, not reality. Tolle explains that time itself is an illusion, keeping us trapped in regret or anticipation. The only reality is now, the present moment, because it is the only place where life unfolds. He uses the analogy of an ocean. On the surface, waves rise and fall, thoughts, emotions, the ever-changing mind. But beneath lies stillness, true reality, the unchanging presence beyond thought. By shifting attention away from the mind and into the now, we access pure awareness. Tolle calls this the state of no mind, where thought no longer controls us and we observe without being consumed by it. He reminds us, you are not your mind. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. If you are not your mind, then who are you? You are the silent observer, the formless consciousness that exists before, during, and after thought. The illusion of ego Tolle describes the ego as the greatest illusion, the false self that clings to identity, status, and external validation. The ego thrives on separation, always needing to be right. But as long as we look to the external world for happiness, we remain imprisoned by illusion. The ego creates suffering by resisting reality. It constantly says, this moment is not enough. I need something else to be happy. But when we fully accept the present moment without resistance, we step into liberation. Tolle's message is simple. Reality is not found in the stories of the mind. The past and future are illusions, only the now is real. Surrendering to the present moment dissolves suffering. The true self is not the ego, but the silent awareness beneath it all. He says, die before you die, and realize there is no death. This is not about physical death, but the death of illusion, the false identification with thoughts and the constructed self. The Gnostic view, escaping the illusion. Gnostics believed our world is an illusion, a material existence highly crafted by a false god, the demiurge, to keep humanity trapped in ignorance. According to Gnostic teachings, we are divine beings who have forgotten our true nature. We are distracted by illusions of power, wealth, and suffering. But beneath this illusion, there is a deeper truth, a realm of pure light, consciousness, and divinity, known as the pleroma, gnosis, or divine knowing, is the key to awakening. The Gospel of Thomas, a Gnostic text, states, the kingdom of God is within you. Truth is not external. It must be realized within. Hermeticism, as above, so below Hermeticism, rooted in the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus, speaks of a universal truth beyond illusion. One core principle is, as above, so below, as within, so without, meaning the universe is structured in layers, and understanding the self-microcosm reveals the cosmos macrocosm. The principle of mentalism states, the all is mind. The universe itself is a projection of consciousness. The material world shifts and changes, but truth remains constant. Mystery schools and the veil of Secrecythragut history. Mystery schools have preserved esoteric teachings, hiding them behind symbols, allegories, and rituals. Freemasons speak of the great architect of the universe as the ultimate order, not a deity. Rosicrucians teach that wisdom is not learned but remembered, akin to Plato's anamnesis. The Eleusinian mysteries of Greece prepared initiates for symbolic death and rebirth, stripping away illusion. Truth, in these traditions, must be experienced rather than taught. Esoteric Christianity and the inner Christian mainstream dogma. Esoteric Christianity teaches that Christ represents a divine principle within all of us. The Gospel of Philip states, truth did not come into the world naked, but in types and images. Absolute truth cannot be grasped through words, it must be discovered through deeper awareness. The second coming is not an external event, but an inner awakening, the realization of one's divine nature. Christian mystic Meister Eckhart said, "The eye with which I see God is the same eye with which God sees me." Ultimate truth is not separate from us, it is the foundation of our being. The ultimate lesson from these traditions, what do these teachings share? Truth is not external, it must be experienced directly. The material world is a shadow of a greater reality. Awakening requires inner transformation, dissolving illusions and shedding false identities. Gnosis, not belief, leads to truth. It is about direct experience, not doctrine. Hermetic texts say, know thyself, and you shall know the universe and the gods. The subjective vs. the infallibilius reality subjective. Yes and no. On the level of the mind, perception shapes experience, creating illusion. But beyond belief, beyond identity, there is something that does not change the silent awareness that is always present, the formless essence behind all form. Across traditions, the Buddha taught that reality is shaped by ignorance, attachment, and suffering. Beyond illusion is nirvana, absolute truth, where suffering ceases. Advaita Vedanta teaches that the self is an illusion. The only infallible truth is the self-pure consciousness beyond identity. Nisargadatta Maharaj said, "Wisdom tells me I am nothing. Love tells me I am everything. Between the two, my life flows." Rumi wrote, "Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right-doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there." Laozi taught that the Tao, the ultimate truth, is beyond words. The Tao that can be spoken is not the eternal Tao. A pattern emerges. The mind perceives subjective reality. But beyond that is an eternal truth, whether you call it presence, awareness, the self, the Tao, or God. The journey of spirituality is not about accumulating beliefs, but stripping away illusion to awaken to what has always been true. The final choice: will you remain within the illusion of subjectivity, or will you seek the truth that does not change? The answer is already within you. Stay silent, and it will reveal itself in divine timing. If this message resonates with you, share your thoughts in the comments. What is your experience with presence, awareness, and the nature of reality? For more insights into esoteric wisdom and spirituality, subscribe to Nautical Awakenings. New videos are posted daily, so be sure to stay up to date on the latest videos. Remember, the path to truth begins with awareness. Keep questioning, keep seeking, and most importantly, stay present. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, love, and harmony to all.